the first time all year long, quite frankly. That said, the Cowboys can win the division with a win at home against the Bucs, or if the Eagles lose to the Texans in Philadelphia today. If the Eagles win and the Cowboys lose, then look out. Jane Slater hanging out right now in the Jones Mahal for this big one. Jane?
Yeah, the talk all week, Rich, in Dallas, after what players describe as an embarrassing shutout in Indianapolis, has been their issues in the red zone. In their last 3 games, they've only been able to cash in on 18% of their drives, averaging a little over a yard per play down there. Now, running back Ezekiel Elliott told me they've just got to lock in when they get down there, score some points. There's been a number of reasons why they haven't been able to do that, but some of that's also been pressure on the quarterback. Sacked 51 times this year. Dak Prescott has been getting a lot of that up front, but he could get back his 2 starting guards today in Zach Martin and Xavier Su'a-Filo, who I'm told are expected to play. And they could also catch a little bit of a break when facing this Tampa Bay defense. That Tampa Bay defense in the red zone is allowing their opponents to score on 80% of their drives, which, if this is the week for the Cowboys to get their confidence back, this would certainly be the opponent to do it against. Now let's go to Mooch.
All right, Jane, thanks a lot. Now let's talk more about this game and ready for game day, presented by Wrangler. And Michael, I start with you as our resident Cowboy expert. What are your biggest concerns with this team?
And I said it last week. It's the volatility of this offense. I mean, you know, if you're not doing well with Ezekiel Elliott, who starts everything with this football team, then it's hard to find other people to carry this offense and carry the team. And it all really starts up front. When that offensive line, if that offensive line is not playing great and opening up holes and giving these guys time to run, then this offense puts out the kind of game that it put out last week. And as much as I love Dallas's defense, it's not quite like that defense I saw last night out of the Ravens. It's not quite like that. When it gets to that level, then this offense can have those low points. But until it gets to that level.
The Cowboys aren't as hot as you thought they might be?
Well, no, they're great. They're playing great football. Just not quite like those Ravens are playing, like I saw last night.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, I thought Jane hit the nail on the head when she talks about red zone and talk about scoring. And I've been saying it for weeks, is that I worry about this team because they play good defense, they run the football, but they don't score the football very well. At 31st in the league when they get into the red zone at scoring touchdowns. They've only got 5 drives this year, Michael, where they haven't had a big play and they've scored a touchdown. So I almost feel like this offense, if they get a big play from Amari Cooper, they can score points. Right? And that's what we've seen lately. But with a run game like they have, you would think they would be more efficient and be able to score points in the red zone, but they don't. So you're just worried that, okay, I don't get that big play. Can I drive the football? Can I make the efficient plays from my quarterback position? Or, as I showed last week, can Dak start pressing the ball down the field a little bit more and get some of those difference-making plays, especially as you get tighter to the end zone?
Well, to be efficient in the pass game, you better be protected. You know that, and Dak's been sacked, 51 times. That's more than twice as many sacks as he had in 2016. That's why the passing game is a little bit up and down. It's pass protection.
Well, but it's combination. It's just like you talked about Deshaun Watson. Dak sometimes has a tendency to hold the ball instead of just letting it rip, and that's what I'm talking about. See it, believe in it, and let the ball go.
Let her rip. All right.